Hello everyone, welcome to this beginner's guide to Python. If you're new to programming or looking to learn a versatile and powerful language, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll explore why Python is the perfect choice for beginners, its key features, and how you can start your Python journey with confidence. So grab your notepad and let's dive into the exciting world of Python programming. Introduction. Python is a high-level programming language created by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Known for its simplicity and readability, Python is ideal for beginners with a syntax that resembles plain English. Its versatility allows it to be used in various fields, including web development, data analysis, machine learning, and automation. As an interpreted language, Python lets you write and execute code without the need for compilation, making it easy to test and debug. It is also open source and supported by a large active community, providing extensive resources and libraries for learners and developers. With its user-friendly design and wide range of applications, Python is an excellent choice for anyone starting their programming journey. Why learn Python? Python is one of the easiest programming languages to learn, especially for beginners. Its syntax is simple, clean, and closely resembles English, making it straightforward to read and write. You don't need to spend time learning overly complicated rules or structures, which allows you to focus on understanding programming concepts and solving real world problems. Another reason to learn Python is its incredible versatility. Python is used in almost every field you can think of, including web development, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, and more. Whether you're interested in creating websites, analyzing data, building intelligent systems, or automating repetitive tasks, Python has the tools and libraries to help you succeed. Python also has a large and active community of developers. This means you'll find extensive documentation, tutorials, and resources to guide you at every step. If you ever run into a problem, forums like Stack Overflow, Reddit, and Python's own community channels are filled with people ready to help. This supportive ecosystem ensures that even as a beginner, you'll never feel stuck. Learning Python opens doors to countless opportunities in technology, making it a great investment in your future. Features of Python. Python is an interpreted programming language, which means it executes code line by line. This feature makes it easier to identify and fix errors during development, as you can test small chunks of code without waiting for the entire program to compile. This step-by-step execution is especially helpful for beginners who are learning to code and for developers working on complex applications. Another key feature of Python is that it is dynamically typed. This means you don't need to explicitly specify the type of a variable when declaring it. For example, you can assign a number to a variable and later change it to a string without any issues. This flexibility simplifies coding and allows you to focus more on solving problems rather than worrying about data types. Python is also open source, meaning it is free to use, modify, and distribute. You can download it without any cost, and its source code is accessible to anyone. This openness has contributed to its massive popularity and the creation of a strong community that continuously improves and expands the language. One of the biggest strengths of Python is its extensive collection of libraries. These libraries are pre-written modules that make it easy to perform specific tasks without writing all the code from scratch. For instance, libraries like NumPy and Pandas are widely used for data analysis, while Django and Flask are popular for web development. For artificial intelligence and machine learning, Python offers powerful libraries such as TensorFlow and PyTorch. With these tools at your disposal, Python allows you to handle a wide variety of projects efficiently, making it a go-to language for developers around the world. Installing Python. Getting started with Python is simple and straightforward. First, you need to download Python from its official website, python.org. The website provides the latest version of Python along with older versions if needed. Make sure to choose the version that suits your operating system, whether it's Windows, MacOS, or Linux. Once the download is complete, follow the installation steps specific to your operating system. For Windows, you need to run the installer and ensure you check the option to add Python to path during the installation process. On macOS and Linux, Python might already be pre-installed, but if it isn't, you can install it using the package manager or the downloaded installer. After the installation, it's important to verify that Python has been installed correctly. You can do this by opening a terminal or command prompt and typing the command Python version. This command will display the version of Python installed on your system. If you see a version number, it means Python is ready to use. Congratulations, you've successfully installed Python and can now start writing your first programs. Hello world program. Writing your first Python program is one of the easiest and most exciting steps when learning Python. The classic Hello World program is a simple way to get started and see Python in action. In Python, you can write this program using just one line of code: print hello world. This command tells Python to display the text hello world on the screen. To run this program, you need to save it in a file with a .py extension. For example, you can save it as hello.py. Once saved, you can execute the program using your terminal or command prompt. Navigate to the folder where you saved the file and type the command python hello.py. When you press enter, you'll see the output hello world printed on your screen. This simple program demonstrates how Python can execute commands with minimal effort, making it a great first step into the world of programming. With just one line of code, you've already written and run your first Python program. Congratulations. Basic syntax of Python. Python syntax is designed to be simple and intuitive, making it easy to learn and use. One of its most distinctive features is the use of indentation to define blocks of code such as loops, conditional statements, and functions. Unlike many other programming languages that use braces or keywords to separate code blocks, Python relies on consistent indentation to determine the structure. This approach not only makes the code visually cleaner but also enforces readability. However, any inconsistency in indentation will result in an error, so it is important to maintain proper formatting. Comments in Python allow you to add notes or explanations to your code, making it easier to understand or debug later. Single line comments start with a hash symbol, and anything written after it on the same line is ignored by Python during execution. For longer comments spanning multiple lines, triple quotes can be used. Comments are especially useful for documenting your code or temporarily disabling specific lines during development. In Python also simplifies working with variables. Unlike some programming languages, you don't need to declare the type of a variable explicitly. Instead, you can directly assign values, and Python will automatically infer the type based on the value. For example, assigning x equal to 10 creates an integer, y equal to Python creates a string, and z equal to 3.14 creates a float. This feature, known as dynamic typing, makes Python flexible and efficient for developers. These simple and clear syntax rules make Python an excellent choice for both beginners and experienced programmers. Python data types. Python provides a variety of data types to handle different kinds of information, making it a versatile language for developers. One of the fundamental data types is numbers, which includes integers, whole numbers like 10, floats, decimal numbers like 3.14, and complex numbers with a real and imaginary part like 2, 3j. These types are used to perform mathematical operations and represent numerical data in Python programs. Strings are another essential data type in Python. A string is a sequence of characters enclosed in either single or double quotes, such as hello world. Strings are widely used to store and manipulate text, and Python provides numerous built in methods to process them, like slicing, concatenation, and formatting. Lists are a flexible data type that represents an ordered collection of items. Lists are mutable, meaning you can change their content by adding, removing, or modifying elements. For example, 123 Python is a list that can hold items of different types, making it ideal for handling dynamic collections of data. Tuples are similar to lists but are immutable, meaning their content cannot be changed after creation. Tuples are used when you want to ensure that the data remains constant throughout the program. For instance, apple, banana, cherry is a tuple where the order of elements is maintained, but their values cannot be altered. Dictionaries are a powerful data type in Python that store data as key value pairs. They allow you to access values based on their associated keys, making them perfect for scenarios where you need quick lookups. For example, name John, age 30 is a dictionary where name and age are keys and John and 30 are their respective values. Lastly, sets are collections of unique and unordered elements. They are particularly useful for tasks like eliminating duplicate values or performing mathematical set operations such as union and intersection. For example, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3 creates a set 1, 2, 3, automatically removing duplicate values. These core data types provide the foundation for working with data in Python, making it easier to handle different types of information in your programs efficiently and effectively. Control structures. Control structures in Python are essential for making decisions and repeating actions in your programs. The if-else statement is a fundamental control structure that allows your program to execute different blocks of code based on a condition. For example, if you have a variable x10, you can use an if statement to check if x is greater than 5. If the condition is true, the program will execute the block of code inside the if, otherwise it will execute the code inside the else. This simple mechanism helps your program make decisions, such as printing x is greater than 5 when the condition is met, or x is less than or equal to 5 otherwise. Python also provides loops for automating repetitive tasks. The for loop is commonly used to iterate over a sequence, such as a list, string, or a range of numbers. For instance, if you use for I in range 5, the loop will execute the block of code for each value in the range, printing numbers from 0 to 4. This type of loop is especially useful for scenarios where the number of iterations is known in advance. Another powerful looping mechanism is the while loop, which continues to execute a block of code as long as a specified condition remains true. For example, if you set a variable count 0 and use a while count 5 loop, the program will repeatedly execute the code inside the loop until count reaches 5. This is ideal for situations where the number of iterations depends on a condition that changes dynamically during the program's execution. By using control structures like if-else statements for loops and while loops, Python enables you to write more dynamic, flexible, and efficient programs. These structures are the building blocks for adding logic and automation to your code. Practice example check if a number is even or odd. Let's write a simple Python program to check whether a number is even or odd. The program begins by prompting the user to input a number. This is done using the input function, which takes input as a string, and the in function converts it into an integer for numerical operations. For example, if the user enters 5, the value 5 is stored in the variable num. The program then uses an if-else statement to determine if the number is even or odd. This is achieved by checking the remainder when the number is divided by 2 using the modulus operator percent. If the remainder is 0, it means the number is evenly divisible by 2 and hence it is even. In this case, the program prints a message like 5 is even using an f string for formatting. Otherwise, the program concludes that the number is odd and prints a message like 5 is odd. This example demonstrates how Python's conditional statements and arithmetic operators can be used to solve real world problems. It also shows how user input and formatted output can make a program interactive and user friendly. Key takeaways: Python is an excellent choice for both beginners and experienced programmers because of its simplicity, readability, and versatility. Its beginner-friendly syntax makes it easy to learn, while its wide range of applications, from web development to data analysis and machine learning, ensures it remains a valuable tool as you advance in your programming journey. The best way to learn Python is by writing small programs to practice the concepts you've learned. Start with simple tasks like printing messages or performing calculations, and gradually move on to more advanced topics such as data structures, object oriented programming, and libraries for specialized tasks. Regular practice is essential to mastering Python. By consistently experimenting with code, solving problems, and exploring new features, you can build a strong foundation and gain confidence in using Python for real world projects. That brings us to the end of this beginner's guide to Python. Remember, Python is a language that grows with you, starting from simple programs and expanding to advanced applications. Keep practicing, stay curious, and explore the endless possibilities Python has to offer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Python tutorials. Thanks for watching and happy coding.